Alright, boys, welcome to the game show. You're gonna have to find out which character this is behind this filter. And as it goes on, it's going to get progressively more, shown. So let's start off with this. Can you guess who this is? I'll give you a few seconds to try to guess at the max amount of the lowest amount of pixels. There's gray, it's yellow, it's green, some brown. Think of the characters that could be. Okay, I'm gonna start moving it on down so it becomes a little bit more, understandable. Okay, who are we feeling now? I feel like now it's actually kind of pretty obvious. I feel like here, if you don't know who it is, then you don't play enough. Now here's where it should really start getting obvious. And then I'll give you a little bit more. That's what you pretty much should see. It's just pixelated. It is Geb. Okay. Mark down if you have a point or not. And we'll be back. Okay, now this one is a little bit harder, but I think you can still get this one on the first try. If you know the color schemings. We got some browns, a little bit of pink, purplish pink, and a little bit of blue, just a hint of blue somewhere on the right side. Okay, I'm gonna give you all a few seconds, and now we're gonna start moving it on down the chains. This is even more confusing, I'm not gonna lie. If I saw this, I would definitely be confused, but it's some pink, purple, some more blues, really high blue, very light blue over here, with a little bit of brown. Continue, and we continue a little bit more. Okay, now it's starting to take shape. Now you can probably guess who it is off just this. And any final guesses before we keep moving on? And now it's pretty clear who it is. It's Medusa. This one, a little bit harder to see. Oh, that's what the light blue was. Okay, it was her little snake over there in the corner. Okay, that makes sense. Mark it down if you have another point. And next character. Okay, I feel like this one is kind of obvious just off the bat. Like, it's not many people that this could be. But, I'll give you all a few seconds. It's pretty much just blues, and grays. Who else could it be? And a little bit of red. Okay, moving on down. This is a little bit more confusing, but I think I could still guess who this is. A little bit more starting to take shape. You kind of see a little outline of a person. Maybe the background's blue, maybe they're black. Or not. Maybe they're gray. Maybe their eyes are red, who knows? I feel like it's pretty obvious for most people now. Move it on down a little bit more. Here you can definitely tell with the top hat on. Yeah, it's a Baron. Baron Samedi. Okay, another one that you can pretty much guess right off the bat. It don't get much easier than this, does it? Well, it probably could. Like, who's one that's like only one color? I don't know, but this one's a pretty easy one too. Let's move it on down just for those that don't know who it is yet. This kind of makes it a little bit more confusing, but I think I can still guess from here. A little bit more. Starting to take shape. You see some gold, you see some red, some black. Nothing too clear yet. And then now we're starting to get a good image of who it is. A lot of gold, maybe some might say brass. It's Aries. Didn't say for the last one, but if you got a point there, mark it down. That's 4 now, so you should be 4 for 4 if you got all of them right. And 0 and 4 if you got them all wrong. Okay, and here we are with our 5th one. Second to last. We only have one more after this, so make this one good. Oops, did not mean to start moving it already. Pretty much just brown and blue. This one's probably a little bit harder. A little bit harder to guess. But yeah, okay, now you probably can kind of maybe make it out. Maybe you can't, who knows. Let's move it on down just a little bit more. I think now here you should probably start getting your guess. If you want that point or not. Let's see if it is who you think it is. Okay, for a second here, it looks nothing like him. But here, as you can see, it is Susanna. Pretty that one I don't think it's too hard. I don't think that was too hard once you get towards the middle-ish. But probably early on, you probably can't one guess that. Okay, this one could be about like 5 different characters. This one could be right here, could be about 5 different characters if I'm looking at just the colors for the first. So I actually don't know who exactly it would be. But I'm feeling maybe you should start knowing about maybe about here. Somewhere in here. Okay, now you should really be getting like an image in your head of who this is. Let's go a little bit more. And then okay, now I'm gonna stop. This should be your guessing moment right here. This is pretty clear. Red, blue, brownish. And we're gonna come all the way to the end. And the picture is becoming very clear now that it is Pele, the goat themselves. Let me know how you did. There were 6 rounds, so you can be 6-0, or you can be 0-6. Or well, I guess you could be anything in the middle, but you know. I feel like this one I think I would have got a 6. I feel like I would have got them all like first guess around there. Um or it would only take me like two guesses maybe before like that image starts becoming like super clear. Like most images I'll probably get around like before here. Like once it gets here, I think it's pretty obvious. But when it's like this is a little bit less obvious unless like it's like Gab or someone that's just a rock and clearly rock colors on somebody. Even Pele, I don't think it's that crazy hard if you know that. If you know blue, like I guess these are grays, but you can kind of like understand. Maybe you can't. I don't know. Anyways, good stuff. Bye bye.